All right, today we are jumping into a story that feels like a high-stakes chess match. It's all about a mother's humiliation, a daughter's quiet, simmering fury, and an absolutely brilliant strategy to turn the tables on corruption. We're going to see what happens when petty arrogance runs smack into the cold, calculated power of the state. And that really is the heart of this whole thing, right? When a corrupt system goes after someone vulnerable, what happens when that supposedly vulnerable person has a daughter who is the system? It's a fascinating question, so let's get right into it. So let's set the scene. Our story kicks off in a bustling city market with Magma Devi. She's a humble guava seller, a really proud mother, and her day is about to take a seriously humiliating turn. Okay, let's meet our key players. First up, we've got Magma Devi, who sells fruit mostly out of pride, even though she has two incredibly successful daughters. One of those daughters, Nandini, is a tough-as-nails army officer. The other is Savitri, the district magistrate, and if you're not familiar, the DM is basically the top administrative official in an entire district. We're talking law, order, revenue, the whole shebang. She is the system, and their whirl is about to collide with Inspector Arun Chowdhury, a guy who clearly thinks his police uniform makes him a king. So here's where it all kicks off. Inspector Arun just helps himself to some guavas, decides he doesn't like them, and flat out refuses to pay. When Magma Devi, asks for the money she's earned, he just loses it. He picks up her entire basket of fruit and just hurls it across the street. Her livelihood, her dignity, just scattered in the gutter. And a whole crowd of people just stands there and watches. But here's the thing, and this is so important. While everyone else was just standing there, a young man named Rohit was watching from a rooftop. He couldn't step in, but he did something way more powerful. He pulled out his phone and recorded the whole thing. This one little video? It's about to be the spark that lights an absolute inferno. And you better believe that video doesn't just sit on his phone. Rohit sends it to Magma Devi's daughter in the army, and that sets off a massive chain reaction. Now the real fight begins. So, Nandini, the soldier, sees the video and immediately calls her sister Savitri, just furious, ready to come home and get some payback. But Savitri, the DM? Wow, her response is just ice cold and calculated. She tells her sister, nope, you stay at your post, you protect the border, this is my territory, and I will handle it. By the book. And that line right there, this is my territory. That tells you everything you need to know about her mindset. See, this isn't just a personal vendetta for her. It's a matter of professional authority. An officer in her district abused his power and insulted her family. She's not just a daughter seeking revenge. She's the district magistrate preparing to bring the full weight of her office crashing down on him. Okay, so Savitri is smart. She knows she can't just storm into that police station flashing her badge. The second she does, everyone will snap to attention, salute her, and all the real corruption will just vanish. No, to expose the rot, she has to go undercover. And her plan? It's just a brilliant piece of strategy. Let's break it down. Step 1 is the disguise. She trades her power suit for a simple, everyday outfit. Step 2, transportation. She takes a regular auto rickshaw, not her official car. Step 3 is the test. She's going to walk in and try to file a complaint just like any other citizen, just to see how they really act. But step 4, oh, that's the checkmate move right there. She's already called in senior officers, telling them to show up in exactly 2 hours, but only when she gives the signal. And sure enough, the scene at the station plays out exactly like she knew it would. Inspector Arun and his boss, SHO Sandeep Rana, they just mock her. They laugh in her face, calling her the old woman's daughter. They refuse to take her report, and they even threaten to throw her in jail for daring to disturb them. The irony is just perfect. They have absolutely no idea who they're messing with. Right when things are about to get really ugly, this big white SUV rolls up, and out steps Ganga Prasad Yadav, a powerful and feared local politician who pretty much runs the police in this area. He strolls in, laughing, ready to hang out with his buddies, and then he sees the young woman standing in the corner. And in a heartbeat, his entire face just drops. The smile vanishes. He starts sweating. He rushes over to Savitri, bowing with his hands together, stammering, "Madam, you're here. You should have just called me." The two corrupt cops are just staring, completely baffled. What on earth is going on? And then, Bam! Right on cue, the doors burst open. The city's highest-ranking police officials march in and line up right behind Savitri. The deputy superintendent of police steps up and thunders at Inspector Arun. "Inspector, stand with respect. You are in the presence of the district magistrate, Madam Savitri Singh." The reveal hits them like a ton of bricks. And just like that, the hammer comes down. Savitri, in this cold, official voice, suspends both officers on the spot and orders a full formal inquiry. When the politician, Ganga Prasad, tries to step in, she cuts him off with a chilling warning. "Stay out of this, or this investigation might just find its way to your door, too." He backs off fast, but the look in his eyes is pure hatred. But don't think for a second this is over. Savitri may have won the battle, but she just poked a very, very powerful bear. A guy like Ganga Prasad Yadav doesn't forgive, and he definitely doesn't forget. So a few days go by, and then the police vans swarm the market again. This time, they publicly arrest Magma Devi. And the charge, they claim they found a huge stash of illegal drugs hidden in her guava basket. It's a clear setup. A vicious, brilliant move by Ganga Prasad. He couldn't attack the DM directly, so he attacked her mother, turning Savitri's greatest strength into her greatest weakness. So now Savitri is in this impossible position, a real checkmate. If she uses her power to free her mom, boom, she's corrupt and Ganga Prasad wins. If she does nothing, her innocent mother rots in jail. So she makes this third, incredibly gutsy move. She calls a press conference and formally removes herself from the case, handing it over to a special team to ensure total impartiality. But here's the thing, recusing herself isn't waving the white flag. Oh no, it's actually the smartest thing she could do. By stepping back officially, she's no longer conflicted. And that gives her the freedom to operate strategically behind the scenes. She knows who did this, and now she's going to set a trap to prove it. And her counter trap, it's a work of art. Step 1 is the bait. She leaks fake news to the media, saying there's CCTV footage that clearly shows the guy who planted the drugs. Step 2, surveillance. She gets a legal warrant to monitor the politician's phone. Step 3 is just, wait, let him panic. And step 4 is springing the trap. Because when he inevitably makes that panicked call to his suspended officers to go destroy the evidence, the police are listening to every single word. The trap works perfectly. The police track the call in real time and they intercept the suspended officers before they can get anywhere. They're caught completely red-handed with the recording of their boss's phone call as undeniable proof. Facing years in prison, their loyalty just evaporates. They confess everything and they name Ganga Prasad Yadav as the mastermind. And after all that, justice comes fast. The very next morning, a full police force shows up at Ganga Prasad's mansion with an arrest warrant. By that evening, Magma Devi is cleared of all charges and released from jail. And the next day, Savitri brings her mother home to live with her, safe and sound. And that's really what this whole story boils down to, isn't it? Savitri's gambit suggests that even a broken, flawed system can become a powerful weapon for justice, but only if it's in the right hands. It leaves us with this big question. Is the system itself the problem, or is it about the integrity of the people who have the power? It's a pretty powerful reminder that sometimes the best way to fight a corrupt system isn't to break the rules, but to know them so well you can beat the bad guys at their own game.